Okay, our final lightning talk for today will be from Haavard, and he's talking about the use of beta groups to help improve the product. Thank you, Haavard.
Thank you. My name is Haavard Gulbrandsen. I'm a senior test manager for Promise Qualify. What I'm going to talk about today is the use of beta groups, especially for the product Ruter Reise. Ruter Reise is an app for Android and iOS, and it allows you to plan travel, to get departures in real time. This is a snapshot from the metro line with all the lines and stuff. And what we do have problems with, I can start with that, is number 5, Ringen. And I'm guessing most of you know that it's a problem. And we also use the beta groups in order to try to correct some of the errors we have here. But the idea of the beta group in Ruter originally came from the idea that we wanted to find the bugs. So we started actually getting people from Facebook and LinkedIn. We didn't have any criteria. As long as you use the app, it was good enough for us, and we love you. And what we found was that we didn't find so much error in the app. It was very much related to being stuck in Ringen number 5 and not going up to Vestli, for instance. In Norwegian, that would be a strafferunde. In English, it would be you were forced to take another trip, a round trip, and then go up to Vestli. So basically, we found stuff like that, and then we changed the approach of the beta group, and then we also made Google Plus groups, one for Android and one for iOS, in which the users, the beta group users, could talk to each other and talk to us. And we use Instabug. This is Instabug, and we also use mail. What this allows us to do is that we can do a much more informal language than Ruter can. When you contact Ruter on Facebook or something, they have to be polite. We don't have to be polite. And we can also agree with the user that, yeah, you were forced to take another trip in the metro. Yeah, we know. And if we get a report saying that, we could find out exactly where he was when he got it and what actually happened. And we can use that and have an interaction with the user to find out what really happened, and we can actually fix it as well. So what we did was that we found out that we could use this for product development as well in order to prioritize, because the Facebook and the Ruter itself and the Ruter's customer service, they were very far from us. They had similar problems, but they were very far from us. And since we were all located, developers, designers, product managers, the tester, in the same room, we could use these tools in order to make our product better, instead of waiting for the line of command, which is a drag anyway, in order to get suggestions coming true. And the developers also get a good insight. They get a good insight on how people are traveling using their apps, because then I'm a lazy test manager, so I want to use the beta group to basically test our product. And what we can do, and what we have done, is that we have all these beta users around the metro line. Of course, we also provide buses and trams and boats as well in Oslo and other countries. But the metro line was easy for me to show. And what this does is that we can instantly see if my position is correct for a guy being stuck in a tunnel, low coverage, maybe 3G, maybe no connection. How does the app really work? And when it gets connection again, he can send us an Instabug report, and we will look at it. And the way we manage the group is that we do have weekly meetings, developers, designers, product manager, and me, and we decide what new features to give to the group. We could, for instance, use the Google Plus group in order to get insight and ask a question in that group. What do you think of line colors? Green, red? Is it obvious to you, or is it not obvious? We could also, in the beta group, give them a feature that we're not sure is going to go into production. We want just to see their reaction. So we can also get feedback from that. And what we also do is that when we have, for instance, new OS versions like iOS 11 and stuff, we can fix what we think is the problem with the app, deliver it to the beta group, and they will actually do the testing for us. Not only the testing of the app, and also the surroundings and everything that can be a problem. So one of the best things for us using this beta group is that our users are everywhere. It's hard for me as a tester, test manager, to travel the same way as they do. So we do get some error reports that are impossible for us to recreate in the office. That's good, and it's a pain. So, in order for us to have a good beta group, we need to have quick replies. We stated that we're going to reply within 48 hours. It's not necessarily that we're going to solve the problem, but we're going to talk to them in an informal matter and see if we can get some insight doing that. And if you just have a beta group and you don't release anything, it will die. So the weekly meetings, if you have nothing at all, we basically decide what we're going to do. Are we going to make some posts ourselves? And we have actually done that as well, just to make sure that it happens, something is happening in the group, and we can hopefully start new discussions. The good thing about the beta group is that we can toy with it. We can deploy stuff that we know is not going into production, just to check how they react and how the app reacts. We don't have enough users yet to really get a good grip on the crash reports coming from Instabug. But we will get more users, I think, when Ruta decides to do another advertising. And what we have done, going back to the line colors, that was a suggestion made by the group that the lane colors was a bit confusing, and we changed it. And we could change it very easily, deliver it to beta, and deliver it to production. So we are able to let the beta group users see that something is happening, and see that we try to maintain them, we try to be on their side. We don't have anyone we have kicked out of the group yet. There's an annoying person who loses a lot of swear words, but when we talk to him in a civil manner, he kindly adapted to our way of thinking. But we could do that. We could exclude users, but we need those users as well. We need the angry users. The angry users very often has a point somewhere. that we can use and make our product better. So, in closing, I think that if you didn't have the beta group and we didn't use the beta group to get errors and other opinions from the public, we will actually have a much poorer product. But it also keeps us on our toes. And the developers are also the one answering the customers directly. So they also get very close to what the public means about, feels about their app. That was everything. Thank you.